How have 5 simple words haunted my life for so long without me knowing why? I can't do this anymore. It's something you say when you know what you can't handle. You know what's haunting you. You know what's chasing you. You know the stress that has been haunting you. So, why didn't I know what that was? The only thing that ever came to mind was achieving these huge goals because they're the only thing that I had ever really thought that I wanted. So, why did it take me so long to figure out what I couldn't do anymore? For some time, I thought it was living in general. I'm sure a lot of us do think that's the reason. Thinking that, we can't do it anymore because of life, because we don't want to live anymore. It's the easy way out. But honestly, anything that happens in our life that creates change that is uncomfortable, it's like a small little death inside of us has happened. And sometimes we confuse a part of ourselves dying for wanting to die. So, no, I don't want to stop living. I think I want life to be easier, like a lot of us, but I don't ever want it to stop. I mean, someday, when I'm ready and my time is here, but that's not now. I often find myself having the biggest breakthroughs and deep thoughts at night where no one can hear me. So, when something came up today in broad daylight, I had this desire to distract myself and to not look at what was there. And I've been doing that for quite a while, not looking at the things that I have been avoiding. I didn't even really know what exactly I was avoiding. But this phrase, I can't do this anymore, came up again today. And I had to ask myself, what is it I can't do? And usually my answer would be, I can't keep following my dreams and pushing myself so hard. But I realized that it isn't that. It never was. It was trying to do something big and glorious and achieve something because I wanted attention. I couldn't do this whole seeking attention thing anymore. Doing things just to have someone look at me the way that I want them to. And then I realized that my life growing up was great, but I think something that I was taught unintentionally was I had to be doing something. I had to be doing something to get that attention. And even when I got that attention, it wasn't what I wanted, because what I really wanted was someone to look at me without me having to ask. And that has always come up with partners, with family. I just wanted attention without having to ask for it. And not to say that I was disregarded at all in my life. Honestly, I was looked at, but you know, as a kid, you see sometimes your siblings or other people getting more attention than you. And a large majority of that had to do with you being an easy kid. Something that I was exploring the idea of is this idea of being a middle child. And what does that really hold? Because deep down I always resonated with all of the things that they had to say about middle child always being forgotten. And it's not like I ever was, but it felt that way. I felt alone a lot of my life, even though people were always there. And they're not to blame. No one is. I think that's just the blame game. You're not really looking deep internally and asking yourself, why am I blaming them? Why am I blaming them for something that is happening within me and not within them? Because that little girl did really just want people to look at her and choose her first. Be their first choice. And that's okay to want. It's okay to want to be looked at and to be seen. I don't want you to ever think that just because you want attention makes you clingy, selfish, full of yourself. Because it's not. Look at yourself. You've done so much. You've worked so hard. You've worked so hard to get where you are, even if that's not the place that you want to be. You've done a lot of work, but you don't have to try so hard to get other people's attention anymore. So much so, you throw away what you want. You've been so self-sacrificing your entire life. And you don't have to be. I know it's scary right now, but the only thing that does is cause you to slowly dislike everyone around you. Because you're never choosing what you want, whether they like that or not. You don't have to do what they want all the time. You don't have to go out and do the things they want and just sacrifice the things that you want and not do the things that you want. You can do them. And if they don't like them and act and pretend like they like them like you do for the things that they like, that's okay. It's not their job to feel comfortable with the things that you like. They don't have to. They don't have to like the things that you like, but know that the things that you like are yours. And just to own them. It's scary. And I completely don't know exactly entirely myself what to do yet. Honestly, I'm normally the type to go ahead and look at the problem that I have in front of me and say, how can we fix this? But the first step is bringing yourself to be able to say no again. Because saying no is the first step in realizing what you actually want. Because going 20 years without knowing exactly what you want anymore because you've always been attuning yourself to everyone else, it's gonna take a while for that to come back. And you don't have to rush it. Honestly, you can't rush it. You need to learn how to be by yourself again. And to choose yourself first before you choose others. And realize that you do not need to prove yourself to be loved by other people. You do not need to be depressed to get seen or heard. You don't need there to be something wrong with you for people to care about you. You can just be you, okay? I know this may be hard to hear with everything going on. But you are exactly where you need to be on this journey, no matter how hard it is. Which I know it's a hard one. So if you don't know what you want to do, take your time. Nothing's going to go away. You know, you're here in this moment for a reason. You're listening to this for a reason. You're where you are meant to be. Even if it feels like you aren't. Even if it feels like the world is ending. Because as kids, when we didn't get attention, the world was ending. Because if we didn't get attention, we would suffer and die. You're not that little kid anymore. I know attention is what we all want. But you need to choose yourself first. You can want attention after that. Because wanting someone to look at you for you, care about you for you, that's human. And it's not wrong or selfish. Remember that. You do not need to keep proving yourself to others to get attention. You do not need to draw and to make something impressive and achieve all of these great goals just for someone to look at you. Because if you can do all of that, reach these goals, make all of these awesome things, and you still feel like people are not choosing to look at you, then that shows that it's just not meant to be done anymore. I can't do this anymore, and I doubt you can either. So let's just stop, take a break from people, because that's the only thing I know how to do right now. I only know how to take a step back and be with myself and be alone, because I need that to figure out who I am again without everyone else influencing me. I hope you will figure it out. And I know you will. I know we will. No matter how long it takes. Take a breath, a deep one. Breathe in and out. You're perfect just the way that you are. You do not need anyone to tell you that. But I'm going to tell you anyways. Just so that you remember. This was a little bit different than what I normally do. I normally listen to music and write the things that I'm feeling internally into words that I post online that not a lot of people see. Newsletter that most people don't read, but sometimes just getting you out there is enough. I'm sitting here with a candle in front of me, thinking about myself and how I really have struggled with this my entire life. And I really hope that whoever is out there experiencing something similar really listens to this and takes it to heart, because it's tough. But we can get through it, okay? So if no one has told you yet, I love you and I'm proud of you. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time.